again with Masters Fencing. I'm going to take you for a final walkthrough with our customer here of a 6-foot privacy T&G white vinyl blocking into a 3-rail, 5-foot tall gray aluminum. We'll start out here on the end post, which of course is right beside the house. Stay a little bit of distance off the house, being sure not to touch. Every post gets concrete about 20 to 30 pounds around. We do what's called setting each post high above height that we're going to that the fence is going to finally sit at. What that affects is when we come back through with a ladder and a sledgehammer with what's called a block that looks like a cap, we hammer it down into the dirt so that it will increase the overall stability and structure. Also, main reason is that we can control the height. So we can put the fence half an inch above the ground so you can get a weed eater up under there, keep it nice and clean and clear, or we can put it right on the ground. You know, personal choice, dealer's choice there. So we wrapped on around here towards the corner, which we'll show right here. And if you see on the back side here, it transitioned, or blocked, not a transition rather, but blocked into the 3-rail black aluminum, which we'll take a better look at when we go inside here. All the vinyls got a lifetime warranty. This is the highest grade material that you want to install with. If you want a vinyl fence to last and you know you're making an investment in your home, you definitely want to use the T&G, which means tongue and groove. What that means is each of these rails has a tab that's inside of them. All these posts are hollow, but it's thick plastic. And so each one of these rails goes inside of the holes of the post here, and it has little tabs on the inside of it to keep it from coming back out. Each individual picket is slid in between the rails, putting the U-channels on the ends, so then we can come back through with a spacer and then lock up any kind of little gaps or anything right here so there'd be complete coverage. This is the highest grade material, so it's the highest quality. It's also got a lifetime warranty.
He's jumping on the inside of it, getting it all dirty.
Oh, is he inside jumping on it? Man, dang. Well, we did wipe it all clean, so it got in the mud. We try to keep it out of the mud. But this is the first time I've installed with this kind of hardware. It's actually from Master Halco. So thanks guys for providing the material here. It's really heavy duty hinges. Also, the lights here, really nice little feature. If you'd like to add something like that, they're solar paneled. And at night really lights your fence up, really accents the gates here so you can access at night. Here on the front, kind of personal choice whether you want handles or not. Vinyl is you know, deciphered between. These are little access handles that the customer wanted on the out front here, of course. The way it operates is real simple. This is of course your stationary gate. For efficiency purpose, you always want the gate furthest away from the house to be the stationary or primary gate, and the one closest to the house for main access. So to operate it, it's real simple. You just push down, and out she pops. And then I adjusted the hinges so it's self-closing. So you can open it up, and it closes back, nice and slow. And also got a stopper. This is called a stopper. So you know, you open it up and forget, say, oh, which way does the gate swing? So you know you can only swing it one way, and it kind of helps secure there, and that brace whenever it comes back through and closes. Helps secure it there. So we'll come on through here to the gate. So if you need the full distance of the double drive here, you can open this gate all the way up, of course, and then I installed a little drop rod here for the stationary.
No.
Come here. For the stationary or primary gate. Will he stay around here local?
No.
Come here, boy. That's why we got a fence installed, so the dog don't get out. But the stationary or primary gate here, we got a drop rod. I also put a piece of copper pipe down in the ground. It goes down about a foot. So that copper pipe is kind of a guide for this drop rod here. And when it's lifted up, it's nice and secure right there. So it doesn't even require a little lasp for it to hold, because it's a nice secure hold to it. And so if you want to open it up all the way, just lift it up, of course, and then open her up. Really easy to access, really convenient, fast, quick, easy. Just drop it back down to keep it from self-closing. And then that one we're just kind of stuck in the ground because it's a little bit of a rise through there. Boom, you got your 10-foot wide opening. Now this hardware is really nice. This drop rod is an additional feature that I added, of course. Kind of a customizable type of thing. So we'll put it back down into the copper pipe. And I also installed these lower than what it calls for in the manual, because in the manual it only calls for about a ½ inch of this drop rod to be in the ground. Well, that's the only thing you have stopping both of these gates from slamming open. You know, the latch will keep them shut to a point, but the only thing for security you got is this drop rod right here. So you definitely want to have some stability. So, you know, I got about a 3 or 4 inch drop in there, and also the extension of the copper pipe helps to secure as well. We'll put that on back down. Boom. Now you got a nice stationary point. I always have to have a stationary point. I always tell my installers, you can be the best fence installer in the world, but if you don't have a firm foundation, it's pointless. So, you know, those fence posts have got to be stable. Nice self-closing there. The latch here, yeah, again, so you can lock it here from the inside or the outside, right here where they meet. It's really simple to operate. You just pop it open like that, and then out she pops. You know, it's really secure hardware. Everything was pilot hold. Make sure it held nice and secure. Here on the gate post, each one of these has an aluminum insert inside of it to help stabilize, and also for something for this latch, latch to screw into. The hinge, I mean. Something for the hinge to screw into. And so this Master Halco hardware is really nice. It's got a little protective cover on the top of it. Really makes it feature the top. Hey, bud. Hey, good boy. You going for the walkthrough too? So, yep, we installed what's called, and every fence should be all vinyl, 6 foot tall, following the flow of the property. It's all going to be 6 feet, so you can adjust that height, you know, according to the flow of the property. So, you know, you want to have it have a slope as accordance to your property. In essence, you want the top of your fence straight in accordance with the way that the property flows. So, you know, if the property was perfect, then the fence should look like the way the property flows, if that makes any sense. And so here we'll come around to the corner and we'll take a quick walk through for the aluminum. Coming on through to all the posts, like I said, got 20, 30 pounds of concrete. Here we'll start our 3-rail aluminum. Nice secure fence here. This is, the pickets don't protrude past the top, so this is actually a pool code aluminum. So if the customer, you know, if they are opted out to get a pool one day, you know, they would be in regulation here. So I forgot to mention that too. So it is pool code, the spacing and the height and everything. And the pickets, you know, they can't protrude past the top for pool code, because if somebody was to hop it, you know, it'd get impaled or something. So, you know, pool code, and also the spacing has to be an exact diameter. Following through, all the posts, all the aluminum posts also get concrete. Not as much, of course, because it's not as much needed or required, but each one as well, the panels put screws in to help stabilize and secure. And we set these high as well, so at first it'll look like a roller coaster, then we'll come back through and knock down gently, of course, to follow the flow of the property and hopefully take it out into the way the landscape rolls. So if you notice here on the back, kind of get a wide angle visual there, Shane. It's got more kind of like a rainbow arch for the water runoff, and so we kind of tried to stipulate that into the top of the way that the fence flows. So if you see, it kind of looks like a rainbow there at the top. Really nice material. This is heavy duty aluminum here. If you like something like this or anything else, we also sell 4 foot. It's a little bit thicker grade. So I really like the spears top right here. So we'll come on through here, and we've got a little access gate here. Of course, our customers just have moved into their residence, so they're going to be doing some yard landscaping and whatnot, and you know, he did it the smart way. Went ahead, got the fence installed, and he's going to do his landscape and whatnot around it. You know, fences should be made to be a permanent structure. You know, at least at Masters Fencing they are. And so here the gate's got a little access gate here, so we can access around out through there. It's got a little lock as well, a little key lock. It's real simple. Just lock it like that. You can't open it. I think it's got a couple copies to it. So actually pops, got a 5 foot wide opening, so never needs access out through there. Nice and secure. And then we'll take a walk through here. He buds up to his shed here in the front, and then in the back to, of course, close it off. Right here to the back in, and some of it was black here on the corner, but it was a matching type of material. So we're going to follow the flow of the property on back through here. As of course you see the way that the top of it's lining up, as of course the way that the landscape flows. Coming back up to the corner post, this is a really steep slope through here for water panel. And so situations like this, most gates, unless prepared for beforehand and they're racked, they need to be straight across the top. And so because it needs to be straight across the top, these two have to be straight. So the angle and transition of that down, and of course the centering the gate is pretty big. So, you know, he doesn't have any small dogs, so thank goodness. But if so, you know, that would be a different situation. And anyways, there's another access gate. Also got a lock here. So we get the full range of distance here. I'll just give it a nice little shut. Make sure everything holds good. Well, I thought I was going to bounce back. Shut. But everything holds good. And to the property here, staying about 2-3 inches off from the house. And that about does it. And from myself and everyone here at Master Fencing, as always, thanks for installing with us.